Deep Water by William Douglas. In the given text is an extract from Of Men and Mountains by William Douglas. In the extract, he talks about fear of water and how he overcomes it. The autobiographical section discusses the topic fear and an impact on an individual. William Douglas presents a detailed explanation to his personal adventure. He served as a United States Supreme Court Justice from 1939 to 1975. In his early childhood, he was suffering from infantile paralysis. He was outdoorsman also. When Williams Douglas was 10 years old, he decided to learn to swim. His mother warned him about the dangerous aspects of Yakima River, so he chose YMCA pool to practice swimming. The dangerous aspect of Yakima River kept his mind always alert, so to be safe, he opted YMCA pool. It was only 3 feet at the shallow end. With all necessary swimming equipments, he went to the pool. When he thinks about the water, an accident in his early childhood brought him fear. That feeling was persistent in his mind throughout his life. The accident in California made him great changes unwantedly. He could not forget the mighty hit of the waves, but he gathered his strength at YMCA swimming pool, forgetting the childish fear. He prepared with his new water wings and started learning from other boys 2 or 3 times. It gave him a good feeling also. On another day, he went to the pool when no one else was there. The entire scenario in YMCA pool was completely silent. So, he hesitated to move further and waited silently for others. All of a sudden, an adult guy with strong muscles, thick hair came in, and he asked Douglas to dive in. In no time, he picked him and tossed him into the deep end. He landed in the bottom of the water in sitting posture. He had planned while going down, but everything went wrong. He was frightened. He thought of making a big jump to come to the surface and paddle to the edge of the pool. The deep end of the pool seemed to him 90 feet. He gathered all his strength to rescue himself. He imagined that he could not reach the surface. He could reach the surface like cork. The water in the YMCA pool had yellow tinge. He tried his best but could not get hold of anything except water. He was suffocating. The force of the water triggered him back. He failed in his attempt. He lost his breath. Lungs ached. Head started pulsating. He was able to remember his strategy that he wanted to achieve the best result and come like a cork to the surface. He would lie on the water, strike with his arms, and thrash with his legs. The event really gave him a terrifying feeling. The inner conflict and struggle with unprecedented situation gave him a feeling that he was alive. When he reached the bottom of the pool, he jumped with it. He was looking for any kind of life-guarding materials. The unstoppable terror seized him. He tried to call for help from others, help from everybody. His effort was in vain. The struggle with the deep water, challenging situation, forced him to have a healthy risk like vomiting, psychological impact, and trembling body. He was tired completely. The fear prevented him to go back to the pool. After a few years later, when he came to know about the water of Cascades, warm lake of the Goat Rocks, the terror feeling again seized him completely. Wherever he went for fishing in the lake, the haunting fear really troubled him. So he could not derive any pleasure from canoeing, boating, and swimming. The second part of the text reveals the greater effort taken by Douglas to overcome fear with the help of an instructor. The instructor helped him to overcome the trouble using several strategies. He asked Douglas to practice 5 days a week and an hour each day. With the help of belt in his weight and the rope attached to the belt helped him to overcome the trouble. And he also used pulley. Every time when he moves in, the panic feeling seized him. He further learned how to put his face under the water and exhale and raise his nose and inhale. The repeated exercise helped him to shed the fear. The 7-month practice gives Douglas a fuller confidence. He started his trial in Wentworth in New Hampshire and dived off a dock at Triggs Island. He swam the front crawl, side stroke, breaststroke, backstroke also. The fear came to him occasionally now. And to proceed further and to gain confidence, he started practicing all the water features. Titan 2, Cornard Meadows, lakes, Cornard Creek tried to meet glacier also. The stock terror now has gone. He was able to withstand any kind of pressure. By using several other techniques, William Douglas was able to improve his psychological strength. He started practicing kernels, creeks, and wells also. Earlier in his practice, he had no rescue materials, and there was no supervising swimmers also. Such things led to him a great disaster and gave him a stark terror feeling also. He also practiced without lifeguard materials with water pollution content. As a beginner, he must have tried with several practices and he should have measured the pool depth in an appropriate manner. The sheer practice and consistent effort proved him a great adventurer.